Alright guys, so the hot debate right now in Dragon Ball Legends is who is the best Ultra unit. Now, there is plenty of variables that goes into this specific question, and it's not as easy as black and white. If I ask 10 people, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get 10 different answers. So what we're going to be doing today's video, guys, is we're going to be breaking it down into variables. Who is good at what, who is the best at a certain category, and for example, right? What is the most valuable color right now in Dragon Ball Legends in between these three Ultra units, right? Two of them are yellow and one of them is blue. I would say blue, obviously, which we're going to be breaking down in just one bit, but I'm going to ask you guys 5 questions right now as to who is the best Ultra unit. Now, I did run a poll on Twitter. Plenty of you guys sided with both Super Vegito and Super Gogeta. It looks like, man, it's a landslide. Honestly, like, Super Gogeta is right now winning with 46%. Super Vegito is second with 42%. And I don't agree with this. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku is at 10%. Now, this is a big gap, and I'll explain why I don't agree with this in just one bit. Like I said, it's really neck and neck with all these 3 units. And by the way, Super Vegito is a brand new unit, so we still need to play with him a little bit longer to just kind of get a feel in terms of at least like 1 season or 1 week, 1 full week with this character to just kind of get a feel. So everything is still very early, but let's break it down, guys. What is the most valuable color in today's meta? I would say the 2 dominating units right now in today's meta is either LF Android 17 and 18 alongside MUI Goku, and you guys can obviously pair those 2 together alongside Whis, and you guys can just get a flurry of green cards. So these 2 units are definitely a problem, and to counter these 2 units, a blue unit is definitely necessary, so such as Super Gogeta. Now, that right there in itself explains a lot because the other 2 colors is yellow. It depends, right? Because the other 2 colors is yellow in Super Vegito and Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. And if you just take Android 17 and 18, for example, they counter them directly. But then if they swap, it could kind of get tricky. But just in general, MUI Goku also counters them. Now, my second question is to you guys. This is a very important question. Now, skill gap. Who has the higher skill gap in the game? Who is the easiest to play with to the hardest to play with, right? In my personal opinion, it's in this specific exact order. The easiest to play with, the most Ooga Booga unit in the game is Super Gogeta, and he's blue. So he actually takes those 2 questions that I said. He's the most valuable unit in the game, and he's the easiest to play. Now, I'm not saying the easiest to play is the better option, because of course, if you're more skilled, maybe Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku will be the best option for you, just because you can extend those combos longer. You can charge step a lot, more frequently, more fluently, and you can just pretty much be a miniature 17 and 18 where you guys can just take over the game, right? So with that being said, Super Gogeta is 100% the Ooga Booga unit. He just draws a whole bunch of blue cards left and right with his unique gauge, which we'll be getting to in just one bit about the unique gauges. Now, with the fact that he can get all these blue cards, and on top of that, he can also lock in opponents. Like, for example, right? Let's just say I'm running these 3 units in one team, right? And then you guys kill my Super Vegito, and then Super Gogeta comes in. You're out of Vanish, but guess what? You're locked in with Super Gogeta, and I have a ultimate card, and I'm aware of that. So there's really nothing you can do about that unless you have a Rising Rush to just put in perspective. So that's example of a crutch of a unit. Super Gogeta is definitely the easiest unit to use. Very Ooga Booga, just straightforward. Blast Armor is another specific example. Now, the second I would say is Super Vegito, just because he has endurance. He has a few counters in here and there, and he doesn't really require too much technique, such as Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. You can make mistakes, like for example, you can get caught with the Rising Rush, and you can still survive due to endurance. So that's a specific example. Now, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, you need to time your charge steps, your green cards. You just gotta kind of plan ahead. But what's really good about Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku that the other 2 don't really have an advantage, except for Super Vegito, is the cover nullification. Now, Super Vegito does have that, but it requires him to use his unique gauge, which doesn't come around too often, right? For Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, his main ability only comes around once, but it stays about for 30 timer counts, which is enough to string a good amount of combos in with this specific unit. So that's something to just take a note, right? Now, who has the best unique gauge? I would argue that it would either be between Super Gogeta or Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. But if you guys take a look at Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, he does a lot more with his unique gauge, and I mean a lot more. It's pretty noticeable, the difference. If we just take a look at this, he draws a card next. He restores his own health by 15% 7 times, He gets 40% to strike damage inflicted up to 80%, alongside 40% to blast damage, 20% to special move arts and it stacks up to 40%. Reduces the next damage received sustained by 20% until a combo is finished, as well as restores vanish gauge 100% 5 times. So this character does a lot, as opposed to Super Vegito, for example. He's still good. This doesn't come around too often like Super Saiyan Blue Kakarot Goku, right? Or I'm so sorry, Super Gogeta. This character is really good too, because obviously he gets blue cards, for example, right? Where's his unique gauge? So he draws a special move cards next. He restores health by 15%, ki by 40, and as well as 20% for 15 timer counts damage. So and reduces sustained damage cut by 20%. So this is pretty much a small version of this, except he doesn't really get a super. That's all it is, right? So I would say if you're skilled, Super Saiyan Blue Kakarot Goku definitely has the best unique gauge if you're skilled enough to pull it off. Of course, it's a close call with Super Gogeta, because that blue card is very deadly, destroys it's just so easy to use, and it comes around so often. Alongside Super Vegito, now this is a very interesting unique gauge. I feel like they could have probably done this better, but this character is very well done. I still feel like this unique gauge doesn't come around too often, but you can still pull it off. Of course, 100% to strike damage is really good. Where is it? 100% to strike damage. Man, this is crazy. So much here. Oh, there we go. So yeah, restores ki by 20, 100% move to strike damage for 2 timer counts, and applies enemies cover change. So that's really, really good. But you can't use this too often, right? It doesn't really come around too often, but it gives you the ability to play a lot more passive. So that's something else to note. So far, it's close. I'm not picking a winner here. I'm just saying that everybody has a specific thing that they're good at, right? Whether you're a casual, whether you're skilled, then you're probably more likely to do more damage with Super Saiyan Blue Kakarot Goku, as opposed to like somebody picking up the game. He'll probably have a way easier time with Super Gogeta. That's facts. Now, pure stats. Who has the best pure stats? That's a good question. So if we just take a look at Gogeta, Super Gogeta, he is a melee type unit, as well as Vegito is a defensive type of unit. So we're gonna have to take that into account. And as for Super Saiyan Blue Kakarot Goku, he is also he's a range type unit. So everybody is different in their own regards. But overall, the stats don't really matter, just due to the fact that the buffs in their kit really plays a big factor. Their unique gauge, all the buffs they get. So there's a lot of variables, like I said at the beginning of the video. It's not as easy as black and white. But guys, I could make this video a lot longer, breaking down their movesets and stuff like that, but I feel like I touched a lot of key points here, and I feel like it's enough for you guys to get a good understanding of what I feel in terms of who is best. I'm not going to pick a who is best. I'm going to pick, I pretty much just broke it down to different variables as to who is good at what. That's what I wanted to do with this video, but let me know in the comment section down below right now. I still think this poll should have been a lot closer. With this skill gap right here with Super Saiyan Blue Kakarot Goku. It's just that he's very difficult to use, but he definitely has the best unique gauge and the high skill gap. If you guys know what you're doing, then of course you can definitely be another 17 and 18 where you can extend your combo for a long period of time. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Who are you going to pick? Super Ultra Super Gogeta, Ultra Super Vegito, or Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Kakarot Goku? Let me know in the comment section down below. And once again, I'll definitely catch you guys either again tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, have a good one. Peace.